over that our body isn't released yet. And we feel like the sequence is stretch and then the muscle releases. But I also think there are days when we are kind of clogged up and that we need to release before we stretch, before we actually try to pull those muscles apart. So today I'm going to take us through a sequence that releases us first, then stretches us, and then perhaps in the stretch we find even greater release. So I'm going to take us into tabletop to begin, because the more we can have muscles coordinate to release through the body, rather than isolating them and just pulling them away from each other, the more openness we're going to get. So starting at tabletop with your hands under your shoulder and your knees under your hips. Let's just do a little bit of cat-cow as a way of starting our breathing today. So inhale, bottom and chin up. And I want you to really pronounce that without creating too much strain. So bottom and chin up. You're letting the belly go toward the floor on the inhale. And then exhale, you're going to pull it in the opposite direction. So we're just going to get that release. So inhale, you're using the body together, the hips, the back, the lats, the shoulders, the chest, the neck. It's all getting some good work. And then exhale. And then inhale, just keep it into a flow so that we can keep the blood going into those areas that we promise ourselves that we're going to get nice and long later. And exhale. Good. And inhale. I know this feels like a lot, but in order to actually release, doing as much as we can before we move forward is probably a really good idea. And exhale. And then I'm going to do 3 more. So inhale. Bringing it up. And, oh, that feels so good. Exhale. Even the release is starting to feel better. So, releasing before stretching. Inhale. And exhale. Pull that belly in. And the more you feel the capacity to hollow out. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, our next release is going to be child pose. So child pose with the toes together and the knees apart. So I want you to sit back first. So send the glutes back. Inhale, lowering as far as you can, and then exhale, walk those hands forward. I want to stay here and let the muscles do some interior work as we breathe through it 5 times. Inhale. Then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And again. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. So from here, I want the legs to go parallel. So you take the toes apart, shoot them down from the knees, keeping it wide. You're going to take a big inhale, exhale here, and then inhale forward. All right, try not to make it too much of a tense thing. We're trying to stay in the flow. So inhale back and exhale forward. Doing the long body releases before we do the stretch. Inhale and exhale forward. Good. Drop those shoulder blades. Keep your head in line. Inhale and exhale forward. 1 more time. Yeah, there we go. Inhale and exhale forward. Great. So let's bring ourselves over onto our back. If we're following the same idea that I started this class with, we're going to release before we go into those more nuanced and individuated stretches, then we need to do both sides, right? So I'd like us to take our knees to tabletop and then just put your hands underneath them. I hope that your shoulders are not crunching forward. If you could keep them in alignment with the rest of your body and your back, we're just going to pull that glute to open up the lumbar. So it's like the reverse of the or the child's pose. Nod your chin down to make sure you're in alignment. And let's do 5 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And those knees will start to move toward your chest as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. Oh, feel that release. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Now I want you to take one leg out, keep one leg in. We're just going to use that as an anchor as we curl our chest up toward it. So we're going to curl up, pushing our lower back into the floor. That hip belt is into the floor and lower down. And inhale up. And again, this is like the reverse of the cobra part that we just did there. And exhale down. So we're taking the back in the other position and here, and exhale down. We're taking it in this position. So the back is opening as we come up, extending and lengthening, and exhale down. Last one, and then we'll switch to the other side. Inhale up, and exhale down, and then switch. Good. Find that comfortable position. All right, so the knee is crossing the hip line. Inhale up. You're not going toward the knee. You're going toward the center. Exhale down. The body does not lose its alignment in this. Inhale up. Make sure you're carrying your neck with you, not pushing it back on your head, back on your neck. Down. Inhale up. And exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. And last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Remove one arm from under that leg. Bring the other leg up. You're going to put both arms underneath, the elbows out to the side. We've done our ups and down openers, our releases. Let's take our side to side releases. So we're rocking from one hip to the other, right? This shouldn't be too much of a fast movement. It's not as active as it looks. It's just like a massage, actually. Just breathing into it. Yeah, get all that releasing. Nice. 4 more. Breathing. 3 more. Good job. Oh, nice massage. 2 more. Beautiful. And last one. Nice. And to continue our side, we're going to hold one leg down. We're going to take one leg up and we're going to circle it out. Inhale and exhale. 2. And I think 8 for these. 3. This is a big part of your body. 4. 5. Now this feels more individuated than those whole body movements. Yes, we are 6. We are narrowing it down. 7. So this is groin, hip, glutes, lumbar. 8. Inner thigh, outer thigh. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Releasing. 5. So again, the theory today is we're going to release before we stretch. 7 and 8. Let's put the foot down. Let's take the other side up. Same thing. Take it out. 1. Now you don't flop the leg in and out. You're moving from the hip. 2, 3. So it's open hip here. It's closed, or it's open thigh here. It's closed hip here. 5, 6. Feel that belly support you. 7 and 8. A little bit of clicking in my body. Let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're bringing those legs up again. Now you can stay here, curl your body up to it, and just hold as you breathe. But I'm going to initiate a roll, not the same rolling like the ball in Pilates, but a stretch roll that takes us all the way up and down. So we're going to go all the way to our feet and all the way to our shoulders, up and down. You don't have to go fast. You just want to feel it massaging along your spine, right? Let's do 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Last one. All right, let's put those feet down. So we are releasing. We've released along this way. We've released along this way, but we've got to get some interior releasing done. So we're going to take one leg up, put our hand inside of that leg, take it out to the side without any of the rest of the body moving. So the other glute doesn't lift off. We're not applying a lot of pressure here. We're letting gravity work it, but we're going to add that breathing, making sure those shoulder blades are down, and just let that body start to sink in. So breathe, keeping your knee to the ceiling. 6 breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your hand on the outside of that leg, bring it up, bring it down, and we're going to go to the other one. Bring it all the way up. I had to move a little bit to make room for this leg to go. Put your hand inside, take it out to where you do not lift off the floor on the other side, and let's do 6 breaths. Let it sink. Try not to be controlling of this moment. You want your muscles to go into their resting length. They're probably a little squishy now. Keep breathing. You have 2 more, right? All right, bringing that back up by putting your hand on the outside and then bringing it down. We're going to take both feet out to a slight flex. We're going to bring the first leg up again, neutral foot. Put your hand on the outside. Let your hip go to the ceiling. Keep that shoulder on the floor. That chest is to the ceiling. If you're not getting enough satisfying, anything's enough if you're stretching. Opening here, you can bend that knee a little bit and it lets the thigh cooperate with the muscular opening here. So the joint opening here. So you can take that reach. Breathe into it. The interesting thing about twists, and these supine twists are the safest ones, is they can be, keep breathing, both restful and invigorating, depending on how often you do it, how much breathing you put into it, where you are in your workout. But we can get our muscles all kinds of happy and ready to go, or we can relax them ready to go to bed. All right, bring that one up, put it all the way down. The other one comes up, and then across it over. That hip rotation. So if you're having a very stiff day and you want to get a twist in because you know it'll be good for your back and your hips and your legs, do the one lying on the floor first, rather than the one sitting cross-legged where we turn into the spinal twist. You want to get as much natural joint opening in it as possible and not much yanking going on. So our shoulders are already, make sure you're breathing in this position when we're here. Now from here, I want you to put your foot on the floor. Bring the other leg under until they're crossed over like you're sitting at a table. And I want us to just get acclimated to this position. We've got a knee on knee. This is called stacked knee. It's when your knees are in the same position rather than out here in pigeon, the knee on knee position right here. It's also the position for shoelace. Now takes what we've been doing in very kind of straight grid-like movements, straight leg here, straight leg there. We are creating the twist first, and then we're dropping it over. So I want you to start dropping it to the side of the top leg. So if your leg that's on top is right, then let's take it to the right side. If that's too much pressure on your knee, because it is dropping here, then put your foot, your leg, separate them and put your leg in front of the other leg. All right, come on over. All right, so you feel how this addresses so much of the body. You can feel it from the shoulder coming down the erector spinae to the hips, and you have that nice little oblique catch, right? Groin opener, and you're pushing across. Bring that back up. Make sure you're breathing while I'm talking. and then take it to the direction of the bottom leg. So the emphasis is a little different here. We're not pushing as hard on the hip. So this hip is actually being released, right? We have a release coming from the shoulder all the way down to that hip. Let's breathe 3 more times. And then bring it back up to the center, and we're going to stack the other way. Okay, so wherever your top leg is, that's going to be our first direction. Inhale and exhale. You feel that big, you feel a little bit more pressure when we're going in this position. But again, it's a nice cross leg position, so it's not like we're pushing it. This is part of what we do with our body. We cross our legs sometimes. I know it's terrible for your pelvis, but you end up doing it anyway. Then you say, why does my back hurt? Well, because my pelvis is out of order. How did my pelvis get out of order? I crossed my legs. Maybe I should stop that. Will you? All right, bring it up. I'm talking to myself. And take it over to the other side. For some people, the hardest position to sit in is a parallel leg position. Let's keep breathing. You have 4 more breaths. Nice. All right, let's bring that back together. Put those feet side by side, and we're going to flip over and do some stuff connected with that from the other side. Now, we're going to go onto our elbows here. Bring our one leg up to tabletop. No tension in the foot, so no flexing or pointing. And you're going to cross it over the knee on the other side. So you're crossing it over to that, beside that knee. So this is same knee stack, but we're approaching it from behind. Don't lose your square top body. Now, lower the foot, go with the bent knee, and slide it out a little bit to see if you can get a stretch. Breathe. 3 more. Now we're going to sit back a little bit, not too much, to get that outer hip, the one that you just crossed over, not the one crossing, but a little bit more interest. Push back into your upper body, bend that knee again, bring it back to tabletop, and put it back down on your mat. Take the other one up, cross it over. We start with the knee into the floor and the foot still lifted. You feel the stretch in the hip. You're being crossed over. Then lower that foot onto the floor. Your 5 breaths. Two more. And then sit back, not too far. Breathing some more, keeping your head on your spine, letting the head follow the exercise. Then bring that knee back up, put it down. Tight legs, sit back into child pose, reaching those hands forward. Our legs are tight now, so this is a wrapping. All right, instead of opening, it's a wrapping stretch. You're going to feel it more under your underarms too. Good. No coughing all morning until I started this. So let's walk our hands forward. Go to the edge of your mat with your hands. Lower your elbows. Then lower your chest if you can. Opening those arms somewhat. And let that, put your forehead on the floor. And 5 breaths. All right, let's push off. Good job. All right, so we're coming to a standing kneel here. Bringing ourselves up to our position, lifted with our shoulder blades down, our head over our tailbone, right here. And before we move forward, we're also going to keep adding other dimensions. So I want you to take your arms up on an inhale, turn to one side, exhaling out into a T. Good. Bring it back to center on the inhale, reaching to the sky, and then exhaling out to the other side. And here we're releasing the upper body, just like we just did the lower body, a kind of gentle spinal twist. Inhale, without any yanking, just with side turns. Exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Inhale and exhale. Here comes our last set, or our last repetition. Inhale and exhale. Bring yourself back to center. We're going to take with one leg forward and just let it stand there for the time being. All right, get your head over your tailbone. So right now we're just holding the position. The foot is flat behind us. Make sure it's straight. I was looking actually at the video the other day and my foot was turned in like that. And I was like, I didn't even know I was doing that. So I have to keep watching myself. Now in this position, I just want you to slightly move forward. I don't want a big push through. We're not trying to open up our knee. We're trying to release the hip back here. So the slight move forward is actually moving our anchor, our body away from our anchor so that our anchor can be open. They can open right there in that groin muscle. Get your head over your tailbone. Make sure you stay lifted. While we're here, why not take our arms behind us? Now you can do it on your glutes with an open chest, or you can grab right here and get an open chest. So either way, you're lifting that chest to the ceiling and then releasing it back to your hips. Great. All right. We're taking our hands down, straddling our legs, looking straight down into the floor. And we're going to take 4 breaths. Now, the hand of the front leg goes up and you rotate toward it, another kind of a twist that isn't a yanking kind of twist, right? Beautiful. And hold it right there, a long wrist. And then bring that back down. Beautiful. And then take your heel into the floor, sending your body back. Now I want you to come back up to your lifted position if you can. Making yourself parallel and long. Get your head over your tailbone. Feel that heel in that floor. Now we're going to straddle those legs again and bring that chest down. Breathing 5 times. Now, stay there or sit back as much as you can if it's not going to affect the standing knee. And then bring it back up. Put that foot down. Bring it back to that lunge. Put your hands inside the leg. And then you're back at tabletop right here. And we're going to bring ourselves to standing kneel. All right, make sure those feet are flat behind you. Find the second position right here. We're just going to hold that. Bring your arms behind you for a lift, or put your hands on your glutes. Nice. Breathing. Bring it back to that position and then move it forward. And breathe into it. love that sense of opening right here in my groin in the front of my hip. Both hands straddle those legs. You're looking straight down. Good. And the hand that is of the forward leg goes up and you rotate toward it. All right, bring it back down. Go back on that heel. Bring yourself up to standing kneel. You might have to rebalance. Don't over push anything into the mat. Like, don't drive that knee in or that foot in, right? Get that lift. Now let's take it forward again, right down the center. Make sure you keep your flex. Get that hamstring talking to you. And then sit back. And you're not sitting all the way back on your leg. You're just giving more length to the front leg. That's basically what you're doing. Both hands inside. And we're going to turn that tabletop. I'm turning it so I can demonstrate. And then bring yourself up to standing kneel again. So a lot of us need something in our knees. I know you have that figured out by now. So we're going to take gate position here. So you're standing, and we're going to start with our foot flexed into the floor right here. This is a nice position because you can feel that it's not aggressive. You know, only if you have body issues might it feel aggressive because you have to do something you don't normally do. But this is a pretty non-aggressive position. I like it a lot. I'm going to put the arms out, and in this position, I'm going to take us side to side. 2, 3, keep breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Push that 8 as far over as you can and just hold it 4 breaths. Feel that lift in here. Put the hand down on the shin or whatever you can reach. The other arm up by the ear. And that's as far as we're going with this. You're not going any farther, so you're able to keep your head over your tailbone, not roll forward with it. Good. Bring the other arm up beside it. Put the foot into the floor and bend the knee. So the foot is flat now. You have the other arm up and 4 breaths. It's a little bit of a straddle, as you can see. And then come back to long leg. Rotate your chest toward it. Straddle that leg, and we come on. So this time our anchor is rotated. So we're getting a different kind of stretch, even though we just did this activity a few seconds ago. So 5 breaths. If you can lower your chest every time, you're going to be making great progress. Nice. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the front. Curl yourself back to center. Bring that knee in. And let's take the other one out. Here we go. Beautiful. Here we go with the top over bottom again. So 1, 2, going for 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and push 8. Lower it down. Other arm comes up. That's your position. Hold it right there. Beautiful. Feels really strong. All right, flatten that foot, bring both arms up, and we have our little strap here. I'm feeling it so strongly on the standing leg that it almost feels like our anchor has changed. And then come back into this stretch. Rotate your body here, come on down, and we can again feel how this is taking us to a different place. Nice. Put both the hands inside the leg, bring yourself back to center, draw that up, and that's it for sitting on the knees. So if that wasn't a comfortable position for you, you're done. All right, let's put those feet together into butterfly. All right, so we're still connecting bottom to top rather than top to bottom. So we're gonna find some differences starting to happen, not here, but starting to happen. So grabbing onto your ankles or shin, I want you to lift your body to the ceiling. So it's almost like you're pressing your sit bones into the floor and letting your head float upwards. It's hard to see, it's not discernible, but there's a huge lift going on inside my body here. Now, one of the things I'm very careful about is belly button to the spine so that the back doesn't feel arched. So big inhale and exhale, belly button to the spine, keep reaching upward. Nice. Keep it going. Good. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Good job. All right. Sliding one leg on top of the other. So now we're getting a little bit more into it's not naturally going to happen. We need, and it's not just gravity. We need to work. We're working now. You're like, I was working a long time ago. All right. From here, I'd like you to just hinge to halfway and feel the connection of the hips to the knees. Good. Hand to the floor. All right. Holding that, I would like you to send your arms back straight like Superman. There you go. Your chest is flying forward, so we're not going down, we're going forward. And then take the arms flying in the other direction and take your chest all the way down. Bend your elbows, put your hands above your elbows, and try to drag those elbows to the floor. Flatten those hands to the floor, push through long. Look ahead on the floor. Don't push your head on the back of your neck. Walk it in. You know what we're going to do next? Switch. All right, let's start here to begin. Pull yourself up. Nice. You have that nice big lift. Put your hands behind you, the hinge, and breathe into it. Bringing the arms to flight position, come on down. Bend those elbows and drive them into the floor if you can. If you can't, put them on your legs. Flatten those hands and bring yourselves up. Nice job. Let's take those legs out in front of us. Nice. Pull yourself up onto your sit bones. Get your head over your tailbone. We're going to do some upper body nuance stuff just for now, and then we're going to go back to the connections. So I'd like you to take your ear over to one side. We have our arms kind of narrow here. So I'm letting you focus on opening those scalenes. And we're not doing the yanking, we're not drawing the hem behind. Just let gravity happen first. And then tuck the chin into the armpit. Keeping your lip. Anchor is this whole body that's sitting down here. And then drive that chin into that chest, but I want you to elongate the cervical lumbar. So you're driving the head toward the wall across from you. Inhale and exhale, bring yourself up, and let's go to the other side. Make sure you're still on your sit bones. Drop it over to the side. Tuck your chin into the armpit, right here on the shoulder. Just drop it on the shoulder. And then down to the chest, sending it out across the room. And then bringing it up, head over tailbone. Nice. From here, roll your shoulders back 8 times. We're about to use these in bigger exercises. So I'm just getting you ready, just releasing them, and then forward. Good. Two more. All right. Bend this knee behind. Bend this knee in front of it so that the toe touches that knee. So we're in 90-90. Good. So your hand is beside your hip of the front knee. The front knee is the one that the foot is in the front. You're going to put the other hand over here by the shin. You're going to take it up, bring it across, bend that elbow into the floor, and reach to the wall of the other side. Keeping yourself in the aligned position of your head over your tailbone. You're going to inhale up. You're going to take a hold of that shin. Now, if you can't bend both legs like this, to help one out, it's okay. You just want the stretch, right? And bring it over to the other side. Bring it across. I'd like you to take your arm and push to the wall across from you so you're rotating. Push. Follow that thumb out. Good job. Yes. Then put both hands on the floor and bring your chest to the floor, sliding your hands out. Last breath. Push it through. Bring yourself back up. And we're back to center. All right, put those legs out in front of you again. Take one leg behind you if you can, the other one to that knee. Beautiful. The arm comes over by the thigh, the other hand is by the hip. Bring it, or this is the shin. Inhale up, exhale, you're coming over to that elbow and that big long stretch from your hip to your fingertips, keeping your alignment. Beautiful. Bring yourself up. Grab whatever you can. This is where my knee starts to hurt me. And then come on over to the other side. Nice long stretch. Beautiful. So as you come over, I want you to drive that hand across to the opposite wall and breathe into it. Then put that hand down, the other one beside it, and come on down. Push through those hands, bring yourself back up, and take those legs into your straddle. Now, if you can't open wide, that's okay. You just open where you feel a stretch. The important thing is that you're on your sit bones. So if you need to bend your knees to be on your sit bones, that's okay, because we're not actually working too much on that back. We're trying to get into our hips, our side. This is a lot of upper body, even though it looks like it's lower body, until we reach forward. So let's start with a slide out with this hand. Just hold it there facing front. Bring the other hand around, rotate your chest toward it, and lower it down. Don't let the other leg drop over. Our anchor wants to stay anchored so we get the most benefit from the stretch that we can get. Now from there, we're going to walk to the middle, staying low. There you go. You have butterfly hands here. The fingers are together. The elbows are out to the side. And then walk it over to the other leg. And then slide it back up. Now we're going to take that whole sequence in the opposite direction. So you slide that arm out, bring that other arm around, lower down. Walk it to the center, diamond or butterfly arms. Get that release, pushing, chest to the floor, and then over to the other side. And then slide it back up. Now we're going to take the arms out at the top, come down behind that leg into our side bend. The arm is curled here. You're going to rotate your body into rainbow, slide around to the other side, bring the other arm over the ear, and bring it all the way up. So let's try that in the opposite direction. Side bend. Breathe into it. Don't let it collapse. Keep it open to the side. Take it around. Lower and turn and lift. Beautiful. We're going to do one more sequence on both sides. Got it? Arm goes out. Arm comes across. Take a nice deep breath here. You lower to the leg, slide around, come over to the other leg. Arm comes around and brings it up. And last time, we come over. Beautiful. We lower it down and come around and bring it up. Good job. Let's bring those legs together, give them a little bit of bounce. Okay. We're going to start working our way up to the ceiling. All right. First, let's start in our downward facing dog position. I'm going to take my socks off for this so I get grip on the mat. I have warmed up my freezing toes already. Out of the way. All right, push up into your downward facing dog. Someone is grabbing you by the waist. Someone is grabbing you by the waist and they're pulling your glutes to the ceiling. You're pushing your hands into the floor. You're pushing your chest toward your thighs. You're pushing your heels into the floor. You want to feel the power of this whole body extension. All right, we're going to add to it by taking a leg out behind us, bending the knee of that leg, pushing that knee to the ceiling, and then we're getting that open hip, and then extending that leg as far as we can behind us, pushing those hands into the floor, making sure we're feeling all of the activity that's going on here. Oh, it's so nice. Then bend that knee again, point it to the floor, and lower it down beside the other dog or paw. Let's try it with the other side because we like that and we want it on both sides. Take the leg behind you. Curl the foot toward the thigh or the glute. Take the knee out. Lift it as high as you can. Extend the leg behind you. Get your body open. Push those hands into the floor. Got it, got it, got it. Yeah. Bend that knee, lower it to the floor, and come on down. All right, right here. So we're going to take both knees as close to the floor as we can. Coming down. So this is a great calf and ankle stretch. Holding it right there. And then on the count of 7, 8, let's do 8. Take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice release. One knee forward, the other heel down. Just breathe into that. Then switch. One knee, the other knee forward, the other heel down. Keep pushing those hands into the floor. Push both heels into the floor. Keep pushing that chest toward your thigh. And let's walk it in. I know it's a long stretch today, but I wanted to really make an interesting sequence for you. So here we go. Bend those knees. Roll yourself all the way to the ceiling. All right, we're coming out here with kind of open legs, soft knees, and we're going to do shoulder rolls that actually use our elbows so that we get pec and back into that movement. And we're going to do one at a time. So let's start with the first side. 1, using the elbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And lower it down. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It feels good. 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, use that elbow. 2, 3, a little crack there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Put your hands on your hips. Move your upper body back and forth. 3, keep breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Both sides. Now I want you to do corners. So front corner, other corner, back, back. Then go the other way. Side, front, back. Got it? Over, over, over. Good. So you're kind of creating a box. Last time. Back, front, back, and back. Nice. Soften those knees. Hip to rib cage each side. Don't forget to breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we circle. Take it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going back to big movement. 6, 7, and 8. Now bring those legs slightly together. And we're going, you might need to hold on to something, do these circles, but they're going to help us finish out for the day. 3, 4, neutral foot. 5, this is trying to be loose. So stiffening part 6 doesn't work. 7 and 8, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's put that foot down. Bring the other one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. You can hold on to something. 4. It's okay. I want you to do the stretch. 5, 6. Balances for another day. 7 and 8. Lower down. Nice. Now, I'd like to take those legs wide again, and we're just going to reach and reach and reach. Just the whole body again. Yeah. Reach, reach. Yeah, yeah. We love this. Good job. Now go across and across. So we're getting ready for our day from our kind of sleepy, naughty, rainy moment. Across, across, and across. Let's hit washing machine before we go. Nice swinging around. You got it. 8. Whole upper body goes. That includes your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring it in a little bit. Shake it out a little bit. Bounce it a little bit. Yay. And breathe it up 3 times. Take it up, down, 2 more up, down, last time up and down. So thank you for coming to stretch. This is kind of a backwards kind of thing to get us to open our muscles and then work them. So I hope you enjoyed it.